Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all fine. Today we are going to see geography subject. Before we proceed towards lesson, first of all I want to introduce you our syllabus and what exactly we are going to see in this whole year. So mainly there are 5 chapters for the first semester, and afterward that we are going to see our first lesson that related to field visit. But what kind of precaution, what kind of material we have to carry while proceeding for the field visit, so that all we will see afterward. But before that I want to introduce you few contents, few lessons which are the 5 lessons for the first semester, and then we will exactly know that this year in 10th standard we got in our geography subject we got the information, the total comparison between two countries, India and Brazil. Okay. So students, first of all we will see each lesson what it exactly matters. So first of all we will see the field visit. In a field visit we can see we are how to visit a particular place, what type of information we have to collect, and we have to note down, and also we have to shoot some photographs. So that's for that we are going to take a field visit, and also after that we are going to see our second, third, fourth and fifth. These are 4 lessons related to the comparison of between both countries, India and Brazil. So we are going to compare in the different sections, in a geographical section, in a agricultural section, in a wildlife section. We are going to see how they are different from both sides, and also we can see the population of the both countries and total area of the particular country. So in second lesson we can see the location and extent. So exact location, the total area of a particular country, and also the extents means boundaries of the country shared with another country. That also we will see afterward. Now third lesson is regarding to physiography and drainage. So physiography means features of means physical features. In that we can see the mountains, ranges and another things, and also the drainage system we can see into that lesson. And in the fourth one, climate. So we are going to compare the climate, how we have 3 seasons in India. So what type of climate or what type of seasons are there in Brazil, that we are going to see in that. So next one, natural vegetation and wildlife. So in this section also we are going to compare India with Brazil. So in that natural vegetation, so which are the trees, plants and another things that we are going to see in natural vegetation. And about wildlife, what type of or what kind of animals are there and what type of living things are there, that we are going to see into the wildlife. So in this these are the 4 lessons for the first semester, and we are going to take today information about the field visit, and for what we have to do, that we are going to see now. So first of all I want to remember you once again that we have what we are going to take knowledge. Actually we are going to develop our skill. You will develop observation skill into this. Also you will develop noticing and pointing out the main things, and you are getting more information through the field visit. So these are the uses of field visit. So before proceed we have to take more information about field visit. So what type of material we have to carry with us for the field visit, that we are going to see now. Okay. So in field visit, first of all you have to take a legal permission if you are going through your school, then your school will permit for that, otherwise they will organize for the field visit. But before that, what kind of material you have to carry with yourself? That in that your bag, water bottle, again cap, your binocular, camera, notebook, pen, pencil, and also map. And another one very important aspect you have to carry with you is that compass. Compass is also important. So these are the things are necessary for the field visit. So before we are proceed to this lesson, we have to take some information that before start our journey, we must have a knowledge about the particular place where we are going to visit, and also we must have the map with us. You have to read carefully the route, read the map, and also you must know about the route and each things and what kind of difficulty you are going to face in the journey. So then on the basis of that you have to solve that all problems. So we have to be ready with these all things. So first I want to tell you that in the field visit lesson we got one of the conversation of a few students with their class teachers. In that conversation they have visited one of the place, and while visiting they did conversation with their teacher, and what kind of information they shared, what kind of observation they did, what point they noticed, and they note down into their diary, that we all see into this lesson. But what we have to do, we have to read only this conversation, but actually we have to work on the exercise that we are going to see now. Okay. So we can see first lesson of geography, field visit. In that we can see the conversation. We have to read that carefully, and also we have to focus on those points which are discussed by the students with their teacher. So same things we have to follow in our journey, and we have to work on it. So also another important aspect, travel route. So you must have the knowledge about the travel route, and you must carry the map during the journey. So these are the important things. So in this now we are going to work on the exercise that is important for us. And first question is that make a report on your field visit. We have to make report, and for making a report, what points should necessary, how to make a report, that we are going to see now. Okay. Okay. So first question that we have saw that make a report on your field visit. So whenever you will visit in future for a particular place or particular field, after that when you return to school, that time you have to write one report on it. So basically few things are there, few concepts are there, how to write a report. On the basis of that you can write the report. So what are that all points that we are going to see now. So first one, make a report on field visit. So first you have to title the page. Title the page means you can use point as visit to sugarcane factory. Visit to a sugarcane factory. Visit to sugarcane factory. This like this you can give title, no problem. This is one of the example I told you. So next one we can see executive summary. So what is this one? So in this, whenever your report will read anyone, remember, listen carefully. Whenever your report will read anyone, that time he will get an idea, or he will get a information in a short about whole report. So that matter comes into the executive summary. Means in executive summary, in a short you have to explain what you did in the field visit, or about what your report is. That idea the person will get in executive summary. So what we can see for that, I will write here, person will get idea or information about content in short. So in short, the reader or the person who is going to read your report, that person will get information in short in executive summary. So you have to write in a short but exact content in executive summary. So second point is for the writing report about field visit, that executive summary. So next one, introduction. So in introduction you have to see, you have to introduce, or you have to begin your journey or give little bit information about your journey into this section. You have to introduce what type of visit you are going to give, or which any particular factory or any particular place that you are going. So you have to do introduction in that point. So main body of the report. So in the main body, so what points are there? What you exactly did or noticed or observed, how much time you spent on that field visit, how your journey took place. So these all kind of things, these all things will come into the exact main body of the report. So in this we can say, so your observation, other points, and also what you have exactly noticed there, that you can write. Okay. So last one, fifth point, recommendations. So in recommendations, that conclusion or analysis of your field visit. Here we can write analysis, and also we can see conclusion. Also analysis and conclusion. After visiting, what type of necessary things you want to suggest to that particular field or particular factory, what should be necessary, what improvements are needed, so that you can suggest to that owner of factory. So in that recommendations means what is required, that you have to mention in your report at the end of the report. So you have to analyze the whole matter, and after that you have to write conclusion. In that you have to write your own opinion, and that factory owner, otherwise the manager of that particular field, they will improve that all things. Okay. So first question, I have given points for the writing a report about field visit. So you have to use these all points, and afterward you have to write one report on it, and you have to show me. But while writing reports, you have to focus mainly on main body of the report. All points should be there, and your small observation, each and everything, whatever you have noticed, that is mentioned into the report. So first question is over. Now we are proceeding towards second one. Prepare a questionnaire for a field visit to a factory. Suppose we are going to visit any particular factory and you are observing all things, but you will get some doubts after seeing the condition about that place, or also you will raise through your curiosity. So you will definitely ask the questions. So what kind of questions you have to ask, that now I am going to give you, and based on that different questions you have to prepare for the questionnaire for field visit. Okay. Okay, now we will see first question. What type of question you have to ask in that first one? How many people are employed in the factory? So first question I will write here for the example. You can ask like this: how many people are employed in the factory? So like this way you can ask another few questions, you will get information. After asking question, if they answer to your question, so you have to note down the answer. That is important for the report writing. So same, another one question I will give you: do you have shifts? Do you have shifts? So we can see there are many type of shifts: morning shift, afternoon or evening. So this type of shifts are there. So we have to ask, we can ask like this question also: do you have shifts for your employees? And what are their timings? So timing is also important aspect. Shift for evening, morning or afternoon. So after that you can realize you have to what type of timing they given for their employees. So same like this you can ask question. I will give you next one. List the problems they factory employee face. So third question I am going to write: list the problems that factory employees face. So here see, in this section, in this question, you will get the recommendation or necessary things which are for the employees. You don't have to ask this question directly. You have to problems. You have to ask for the problems which are the facing by the factory workers or employees. And if you get any problem, so in your report writing at the end you have to suggest, you have to note down there the recommendations or necessary things or the improvements for the factory. So this is the important question that each time you have to remember, you must ask for the problems about the workers. So I will give you next example of question. What safety do you adopt for your staff? What type of safety what type of safety do you adopt for your staff? So in this question also we will get some improvement or recommendations at last if they have provided any safety things. So we can see gloves, helmets, other safety things are important for the workers' life. So if they implemented already any safety things they given to their workers, then no problem. If not, then you can suggest into the recommendation, or you can suggest for the factory to the factory owner. So what type of safety do you adopt for your staff? So staff is a main base for the factory, and so they are important, so they must have a safety for their life. So this question also you can ask, so you will get a recommendations or the necessary things from through this. So another one example I will give you about the question. How many hours your employees work in day? How many hours your employees So why this question is important? You will get idea about they have any extra time or forceful time for the work, or they have a burden or harassment, or they have a extra time for their work. So you will get understand. So how much time they have for the working in a day. So already we have one question we have asked about shifts, and also this question is little bit different from that. So you will get how is the condition about the worker. Are they working in a specific time, or are they working more that fixed by our government, more time than that is fixed by our government? So that about that you will get idea into this question. Okay, so same like this, you have to prepare again, or you have to write again at least 15 questions, and you have to ask for that workers or that managers. So after each question you have to write answer, and you will understand what is the condition in a particular place or in a factory, and afterward you have to suggest improvement for the workers. Okay. Another one important question in that, what are the leave policies you following for your workers? So basically, if we see in many factories, workers had a struggle for the getting leaves in a month, or in critical situation, in critical conditions, in necessary times they need a leave, but in that time really they get from their owner So what type of trouble they face. So what type of policy is there for the leave? How many leaves will be sanctioned in 1 month or 4, 5? That otherwise in 1 year, how many leaves are recommended by the government through that procedure? Are they getting there or not? That we will understand through this question. So what are the leave policies you following for your workers? So this question you have to ask for the factory manager or a factory owner. You can ask and you will definitely get the answer. And if you feel or if you get an idea that this is not a legal policy or this is not according to government rule, so you can suggest a recommendation or you can suggest your necessary in a report writing and you can give your report to that factory manager afterward. Okay, so this question, what are the leave policies you following for your workers? Okay. During the field visit we have a questionnaire, and while preparing questionnaire, what points are necessary or on which based on which points we have to prepare questionnaire, that we have to keep in mind that we are going to see now. So first of all, first few points I will give you, on the basis of that you can ask question. So question should be pointed and you will get a definite answer. What kind of questions we ask to visitors? See, our point is, what type of questions we ask as a visitor? So before we should ask question, while preparing questionnaire, we have to focus on these points, and based on this you have to prepare the questionnaire. So first one, see what mention some of the softwares which are mainly used in the factory. Mention some of the softwares or machines, we can say also machines or softwares, what kind of machines they using, about that you have to related to that you can ask the question. So what kind of questions? So mention some of the softwares which are mainly used in the factory, which are mainly used in the factory. So instead of softwares you can use word machines, or the using other anything about regarding to that you have to ask questions, and your question will become a perfect and you will get a perfect answer for that. Mention challenges faced on the construction of the factory. See, listen, before founding any factory or establishing or creating factory, the owner or the worker or the manager or other persons, they get a trouble or challenges. So what kind of challenges they face, that regarding to that we have to ask question. So next point for in that, challenges faced on construction of the factory. So what kind of trouble or any difficulties they faced during the construction or the establishing the factory. So regarding to this point you will ask question, then also it is okay. Now next one question, same related to this, major problems affecting the running of the factory. Now see, major problems, what type of problem while running the factory, what are the problems they are facing, that we have to, on the basis of that we have to ask question to that manager or the owner. So question on this point, major problems affecting the running of the factory. So while running or administrating, while taking the production or manufacturing time, so what kind of trouble they facing currently, that regarding to that you can ask question, then also it is okay. Now next question, which type of raw materials favors for the manufacturing? So every factory needs a raw material, and for collecting or for the bringing raw material, what kind of raw material favors means that is necessary for the manufacture, that also regarding to that also you can ask the question. And supply chain from raw material to dispatch. See, so this point is also you have to remember, which type of raw material, which type of raw material favors the manufacturing. Manufacturing supply chain from raw material to dispatch. So remember one thing, the procedure from the raw material bringing into the factory and processing on that, and after that the manufacturing of the product, and that product will be dispatched to the market. So raw material to dispatch, so whatever chain is there, so related to this chain you can ask question for the owner or for the manager of that factory. So you will get definitely answer. So these are the points. Based on that, you have to prepare a questionnaire and you will get a good questionnaire for a field visit. Okay. Another one important point remain from the questionnaire on the basis of points we are preparing questionnaire. In that last one remain that we are going to see. Very important one. Organization structure of the factory. Organization structure of the factory. So mainly we have to focus in this question. Organization, which type of organization working for running that factory? Is there any private institution or any government institution? And also what is the structure of that factory and under which rule it is running currently, that we have to see. And very important point, organization. About organization also you have to collect information. You can ask question for the owner of that particular factory. So which organization running this factory? Okay. So while visiting particular place, what type of precautions we have to take? You know the current situation of the world. The temperature, the global warming is increasing now, and due to that we are polluting environment. While we are visiting particular place, it is our duty to protect environment, take care of environment. So what kind of precautions we have to take? We should not spread a litter elsewhere, or we should not disturb the environment. According to the government, we follow all rules which are prepared for the protecting to environment. So one of the important questions we got here in our lesson, that how will you manage the litter during the field visit? Means how you will manage the waste or waste garbage. So for that I will give you few points how you will manage how you will protect the environment, not spreading the garbage. So that few things are there that we are going to see now. Okay. So what kind of precaution you have to take, or what points you have to keep in your mind while visiting a particular field, so that through that we should not have to disturb the environment. Okay. So first point I want to tell you, so you have to remember, do not take plastic bags. First point, do not take plastic bags and other similar things. Other similar things of it. So we already know that plastic is not a disposable thing. So we are facing many problems related to plastic. Mainly we have to avoid that using plastic into our journey. So don't carry or do not take plastic bags and any other similar things related to it. Okay, so next point. So we have to take care for protecting our environment. Instead of using plastic bags instead of using plastic bags utilize baskets, and also you can use cloth bags. And other similar products. So first thing that we understood, should not use the plastic things, but what we have to use instead of that. So here we got one suggestion. So instead of using plastic bags, we utilize baskets. Otherwise, you can use cloth bags and other similar products. So you can use also paper things, paper bags which are made by paper. So these are many other options are available in the market or in your surrounding that you can use for your journey for carrying other material. So these 2 points are also important. Another one, next point I want to give you related to this, how to protect environment while during the field visit. So these are points related to litter management, means garbage management, waste management. Okay. So third one, instead of bringing manufactured food, instead of bringing manufactured food, eat and drink natural food. See here, instead of bringing manufactured food, so in a market you can see today the age of fast food, many of the students or many of the other peoples like fast food. So whenever you will visit particular field, that time you have to carry all other natural food items which are prepared in a home, which are not covered into the plastic cups or in a plastic tiffin. So natural or manufactured is which is manufactured or produced or packed into the factory. So we have to prepare in our home and we have to take with us, and instead of drinking other harmful drinks, maybe there some cold drinks are there which some are harmful for our body, but so instead of that you can use drink coconut water. You can use while during the field visit, you can carry water from your home. So these are the things, natural things you have to carry with you. You can also prepare a juice of any fruits and you can carry with you, and you can drink whenever you will feel thirsty or sick. That time you can drink, you will get refreshed through it. Okay, so for the refreshment also you can use this type of product, juice, and also you can have a good food which is prepared in your home by your parents. Okay, this one is the third point. Now another point I want to tell you, how you will take or how you will more effectively protect the environment. So we are studying now third question. Third question, that how you will manage litter during the field visit, means how you will manage the waste garbage in a field visit. So related to that, I am telling you fourth point. Okay.
हाँ.
Next one point, fourth, for the protecting environment. Otherwise, also you can say the litter management on field visit. So collect all waste material, put into the dustbin. So whatever you will see, garbage or other thing, plastic bags or any other type of garbage, you have to collect that and you have to put into the particular dustbin which is provided by that particular field. So collect all waste material. Put into dustbin. See, this one is important point. How it will important? See, many of the students are thinking that why we should collect or why we should pick and put into the dustbin. It's not our duty. And how? There are many other thinking like this, but I will tell you how it's our duty. Collect all waste material and put into the dustbin. But I will tell you how it is our duty, our responsibility. While saying constitution and while saying pledge, we are repeating our duty that India is our country and we the people of India. So this is our home. This country is our home. And mine. This is ours. So it's our duty to keep clean our home and our house. So that's why elsewhere you go, you will see any garbage, collect and put into the dustbin. Okay. Next, after this we will see fifth one point. In the age of students, many of the students have the habit, whenever you are visiting particular place, that some students have habit to shout loudly, otherwise break the branches of the trees, and also spread the litter on a place on a visit. Some have a habit to scratch on walls or write something. So these are the habits are disturbing to environment. We have to strongly avoid it all. So for this, I am going to give point. So not to pollute environment. Not to pollute environment. So first thing is, polluting the environment means not spreading only garbage. Polluting to environment, there is air pollution is there, means noise pollution is there, also water pollution is there, also spreading the litter is there, many other things are there. So we should strongly avoid it and we have to protect our environment. It's our duty, we have to remember. Okay, so next point I want to give you related to this only. Small garbage bag or trash collection you have to carry with you. 6.1. Small garbage bag. Small garbage bag. Also we can say trash collection we have to collect trash collection into that. See, whenever we are visiting the particular place, we are carrying many food items, many other things, many small packets, but after using that, we are throwing whatever litter remaining particles we are throwing elsewhere on the ground or on other place. But we should not have to do this. We have to avoid it. For that, so we have to carry small garbage bag or trash collection into that. Whatever remaining particle we have to keep with us in our dustbin, small dustbin or small garbage bag we have to keep with you, and it is helpful for protecting our environment. So here few points I told you how to manage the litter during the field visit. So this is the helpful for us. Next time remember, while visiting any particular place, these points should be first you have to focus and then you have to proceed your field visit. Okay? Okay students, now we are going to proceed towards fourth question, last one. If we see in a lesson, first lesson field visit, nothing is there, only conversation is there in between the students and teachers. So through that we have to get, we will get an idea how field visit will take place. But exactly we have to work on the exercise and we have to apply our knowledge on the particular subject. So fourth question is, what items will you take for the field visit? So first already I told in this video what items should be necessary. I want to remind you, first of all, for visiting for particular place, you must have legal permission of your parents, of your teachers. If you are going through your school, no need of particular legal permission of your school. School will take you, but your parents permission should be necessary on written page with a signature. And second one, I want to tell you, while proceeding for the field visit, you must have food which is necessary for you to manage with your timetable, and how much is necessary, that much food you have to carry with you. Next, afterward you have to carry water bottle for particular period, how much water is necessary, according to that you have to take water. And also next thing, whenever you are going to on a particular place, that time you have to capture some photographs or shoot some photos for the reference for the report writing. So that's why you have to take one camera with you and you will get nice pictures of particular place for writing report. After that you have to carry map. You have to carry map. This is one of the important. If you don't have the map, then you will not get a particular route how to visit a place and where it is particularly situated or on which location. About that you will not get any idea. So that's why map is one of the important. You have to draw the route and also you have to fix or decide. Otherwise you have to find out how much time will take for the reaching on that particular place. Okay. So after that, compass. Suppose you are wandering on mountains or in a ranges in the forest, but you didn't getting direction and you don't know anything. So that time your compass will help you to show the particular direction, and through that you will find out or come out from that critical situation. Using the compass you will see the direction. So this one also is important thing. Next one I want to tell you, diary and pen. This is also important. Why this is important? While writing report, you will take reference of your all points which are noticed or observed during the field visit. Next one, I want to tell you first aid box. This is one of the journey, and during the process there is a possibility that while walking or running or in any situation, climbing mountains or else, you will maybe possibility you will get injury. So that time we must have first aid box. In that all kind of necessary things must be there, and this is one of the important thing that you must carry the first aid box with you. Next one, binocular. For observing the farthest things, for closely or clearly observation, binocular is important, so you have to carry with you. Next one, while walking on a road or while walking in a mountain area or elsewhere in a day, you must protect your body. For that's why you must carry the cap, and you must have a good clothes for the protecting against sun rays. Okay, so next one, last I want to tell you, you must have the diary which you are using. That you should use one book. In that you have to write all the points. Okay, already you are using diary, no problem about it. So these are the points we have to use or carry for the field visit. Okay. Okay students, now we are going to proceed our last question. Importance of the field visit. So here we are going to outline the importance. Every time you have to ask first question to yourself, that why I am learning this. So what is the importance of field visit to us? For means yourself. So for that we are going to see, whatever we are learning, we must know what is the use of that for us in 10th standard. So that we are going to see importance of field visit. I am going to point out on board. You have to write down afterward in your diary, and that I will check afterward when you will come to class. Okay. So importance of field visit. In that first point, developing geographical concept. Developing geographical concepts. See, like you also, I also have some curiosity about geography, about land, about climate, about seasons, about physiography, about each and every situation regarding to the nature. So we have curiosity, we have questions. So who will answer it? So if you want to answer, you have to visit a particular place and you will get answer definitely. So through the field visit, we can develop our geographical concept. We can clear our geography, we can develop or we can solve our geographical question. This is the first importance of field visit. Okay. Now second one we are going to see now. Elements and process through direct personal experience. Experience of, direct experience. Direct experience, personal experience direct personal experience and process, direct personal experience and process processes and elements. So while learning in a class, orally you can get knowledge, but when you go on a field visit, that time practically, on the base of practical, you will get knowledge. So that is good or long lasting knowledge for you. So that is beneficial and helpful. So direct personal experience you will get on a particular field, and you will process on elements, you will process, you will work, you will apply your knowledge on that particular concept. So this is the use of field visit. This is the second point. Tell us we can apply our knowledge through practically, and we will collect the information on particular place that is more beneficial for us. So okay, so we can see the next point in this. It helps to understand correlation between humans and environment. See, it helps. What helps? It helps is field visit. It helps to understand It helps to understand correlation between humans and environment. See, basically if we focus, our life is totally depend on environment, on nature. So what is the relation? How we depend on environment? So that relation, that correlation between the human and environment, if you want to understand, then we have to give a field visit. We have to visit a particular place, and then we will practically understand how the human is dependent on an environment. Okay. So last point of importance of the field visit that I am going to tell you. Study of geography. Study of geography. Geography. More interesting. Become more interesting. More interesting. Interesting. And application of knowledge. And application of knowledge. So last importance that we are going to see now, study of geography become more interesting. See, there is a difference learning into the classes or learning into the school in particular, in between the walls, that is different, and whenever you will get a practical experience on the field, that is different. So you will get more interest whenever you will go on particular place and you visit to the place, and you will acquire information that create interest amongst you. And another one thing, that here you can only listen or acquire the information or collect the information, but when you are on a field, that time you will apply your knowledge. You can see utilization of your knowledge. You can ask question, you can collect information. So in that place you will perform, you will play one role, and that is better or good for creating more interest into the geography, and through that you will clearly understand what is the relation between the human and environment. So, and also you can understand what is the importance of field visit for us. So here our first chapter, field visit, is finished now. So if you have any query, if you have any query, any doubts about this lesson, you can contact to me also, to our Barge sir also, and I will definitely solve your query, your question. So more interestingly, you have to visit any particular place that we are going to visit afterward, and we have to develop our geographical interest, and we have to learn more enthusiastically. Okay, so this is our first chapter here, field visit, finished, and that if you have any doubt, then you can ask surely. Okay.